best part of the show we're all waiting for. The Stanley Cup final is finito. Um,
Hockey's over.
Canes won in six. Um, I had some Vegas Golden Knight fans that were quite upset with me when I told them that now that Bussy was in, the Canes are going to win three straight and win the cup. There was some people that weren't happy with that statement. Um, Sorry, man.
It actually happened, though.
When you know, you know. So I said Bussy was going to be. That was it, not only was that a game changer, but the way they lost that game was so absurd. It was a crazy game, great game. Um, Anderson clearly wasn't right after that shot to the head. He just clearly was not right. And on top of that, we found out that he was really struggling mentally with the loss of Claude Lemieux. If you don't know,
Mm,
incredibly close to that family. Their families vacation together. They did Christmases and things like that. So I didn't even know how close they were. I mean, wow. So, Bussy was going to be he is their number one goaltender. This is the whole crazy part about this is that Bussy is the number one goaltender in Carolina on their depth chart, everything. And he was fantastic this season. Had 31 wins. So when he got back in the net, and what's great about Bussy is he was so supportive of Freddie because Freddie got hot, man. He was so hot, right? And
yeah,
so it was just when he got in there, it was like you saw the Carolina Hurricanes, it just changed. They saw that he was on point. Now they can play with confidence. They got back to Hurricanes hockey, and that was it, man. That was all she wrote.
it was.
It was a great series all around. I mean, I know that
Yeah.
it's not what you wanted, Brandon, but
He took the Canes in five. No, six, right,
That's
Brandon?
six. He called it exactly what it was.
He said six too.
yeah.
I feel like three of us said Canes in six, right? Like I know Brandon and I were six.
I said five. I said Kings in
You said
five.
okay. And honestly, Steve, I'm gonna say this, it should have been. It really should have been. But it wasn't. Things happened. Vegas played phenomenally in that, well, for about 10 minutes. They played phenomenally in that game three.
Yeah,
Mitch
that was
Marner, Mitch Marner.
hat trick.
Round of applause, Marner. Thank you for proving all the Yahoos in Toronto very much wrong, unhinged, and flat out, I'll say it, stupid. Mitch Marner is an absolute stud.
He's a unit.
He is, dude. He's fantastic. Game one. Why did they win?
Marner.
He threw his body in front of a shot that was 100% going in the net. Dude, that was it. It was absolutely going in. Carter Hart had a great series for Vegas, great
No, he didn't.
playoffs for Vegas.
He one of the
Uh,
worst, according to statistics. He let four goals, all except for the last one, which is apparently the worst in Stanley Cup history.
Yeah, but I'll defend that. And
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of that was actually on the defense. I mean,
yeah.
there were several goals like they left
The,
Aho alone in
yeah,
front
Oh,
of
I
him.
agree.
They
But if
left
you
Stahl
going back like
alone.
5 years from now, if
you
you go back and look at that game, you're not going to think, oh, Hart had a good series.
if you look at, oh my God, dude, but numbers, sure. But if you go back and actually watch some of the saves that kid made, even the other night in a 3
Oh yeah,
nothing
I mean like the
loss,
diving block. I
that,
mean, don't get me wrong.
oh my God, dude, he made a couple that were
Yeah, there
like
was some
insane saves.
fantastic saves that
Insane.
he made.
He
Yeah, but
was
I'm just saying, if you
absolute,
numbers
yeah, man.
wise, it was apparently. I don't get me wrong. I agree he played a good series, but if you look at the numbers, apparently it
Right.
wasn't very
But
good.
listen, Vegas does not have the strongest defensive core. Number one, I mean they've got good players, yes, but the majority of what they are is offense, right? I mean
Yeah, I
that's
agree. But
yeah, okay.
Outscoring.
It's just that's what their game plan is. So it's just that's what it is. But I still think Carter Hart had a great postseason. Should be the number one goaltender going forward, in my opinion. I like 100%. You know what I mean? Like it, Aiden Hill. Listen, Aiden was one of those kids that got hot in the playoffs, but no, man, he's not a solid future number one, gonna start 60 games a season guy. It's like
He was
that is
the
Carter. That's Carter Hart.
he was the right guy at the right time.
Absolutely, Brandon. Yeah. It was, like Jonathan Quick or,
Hmm.
Antti Niemi with Chicago the one year. It's like
Yeah.
Chicago during their dynasty, how many goalies did they have and it was a different one each time they won the cup. So, it's just that's how this stuff goes sometimes. But anyway, Vegas had a great year. Carolina, I what a unit. They're going to go down as one of the best Stanley Cup winners. Sorry, one of the best runs of all time. They were they're 12-0 or 12-1 going into the SCF. It's like, whoo. And
Yeah.
honestly, if they didn't have that layoff, Steve, they might have been 12-0.
I agree. I think that layoff is what made that difference in that game that they lost that first game
And
to the
really,
Canadians.
in my opinion, it should have been a gentleman's sweep. So I easily Carolina, I think, could have won this in five. So, but again, Vegas, they they just have so much talent. It's like you can't. I knew I would have been shocked if they got swept. You know what I mean? It's just, but really, Brandon, talk about it, man. What was the atmosphere like? What was your experience like? Like
Did you eat
it's
a hot dog?
yeah,
No, I didn't eat a hot dog.
he's not even here.
He heard me. He heard me.
Well, I'd say, I always like to go to games early, get in the atmosphere. They do a lot of
Yep,
stuff outside the arena. It's fun.
same.
I'd say I'd estimate about like
Sorry,
a
Steve. He
fifth.
did eat a hot dog.
I'd estimate about a fifth or sixth of the fans in the arena were Carolina fans.
What? That many?
Oh yeah, they had a big presence.
Wow.
I didn't
Okay.
realize until after the game when they all came, down
Sure.
to the lower bowl to watch. I was
Oh, sure.
wow.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they were all great. I was sitting next to several of them. We were all just having a great time together, even though my team was
Good.
losing. They're still, great fans. No complaints about their behavior.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how they
And
opened the bottom bowl so everyone could come down that for the people that didn't want to stick around. That's cool.
mhm.
No, yeah, that's a thing for the if it's away fans, they usually do that you could do that in Detroit in 2012 when the Giants won the series. Everybody went down to the dugout. It's pretty neat. It looked. I didn't realize it was that many though, Brandon.
Oh yeah, it was a good amount, and it was just I was down at the Vegas goalie end watching. It was just
Okay.
I don't know how else I was. It's just a lot of fun, just great atmosphere, and
Great
getting
seats you
good.
had.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
great. Let's real quick, Brandon. What'd you pay for those lower level Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final? What'd you pay?
and $600.
$600. Real quick. We know what we're getting at here. So your ticket was $143 cheaper for game 6 of the Stanley Cup final than game 1 for the Buffalo Sabres, last row of the arena in game 1 of round 1. I just want to let's And
Yeah,
Brandon
just
also, folks, did it the right way. He waited till he was walking up to the stadium, right? Or were you on the bus when you bought it?
I bought it while I was on the bus.
My man.
My
And,
man.
Folks, that's what you do. That's how you do it. You wait, you wait, you wait, you wait, because it's always going to be available. There's going to be tickets. Just watch. They dropped pretty significantly, right? The closer you got.
well, I got sort of lucky because there was an
Yeah.
error issue with Vivid Seats. 'Cause apparently, I bought my ticket in the 100 section,
Okay.
And apparently, like I bought it, normally the ticket's just instantly in your account,
Yeah,
but
right.
that didn't happen. And so like 15 minutes later, it still said it was processing. And then all of a sudden I get a call from Vivid Seats and they say, there was an error with my purchase because somebody else bought the seat at the exact same time as me.
Okay.
And so they're like, so would you like a ticket in a different section? Like, yeah, of course. I'm already on my way. And it's like, all right, so let's see. We have a ticket in section 2 row. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll take that.
That's you don't have
That's how
to
you do
finish.
it.
I'm good. That's great. Yep. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye
Yeah.
Sign me up.
bye. That's awesome, dude.
So what,
Oh
10 row?
man,
You ended up what, 10 rows back for $600?
Yeah, it was like 10 or 11 rows back from the glass.
I mean,
dude.
he had front row view of the Stanley Cup presentation.
Yep.
I mean, it was right on his
Awesome.
side of the
Yeah.
ice and everything.
You were basically behind where they were doing that, right, Brandon?
Yeah, right behind
Oh,
there. And then,
oh my God. So you got to watch him wheel it out right in front of you. I mean, golly, what a moment. Oh, Brandon, I'm so jealous, buddy.
and
Yeah, I think
Or
we're
as
all
I heard
jealous.
once in a bar in State College, Pennsylvania, I'm hella jelly, bro.
the man, just
Sorry.
also just seeing how big that, Conn Smythe trophy is in person. It,
All those trophies are wild, aren't they?
yeah, but it just made me wonder. I wonder if anybody's done this, but I like to see somebody like just visit like the past 10 winners and
Yeah.
I just want to see where they put that in their house because it's
So I saw
so
one.
big.
So I forget who was this. Oh my gosh, it was one of the ads. Anyway, they have like their office, and yeah, it's behind. They have like a trophy case, and that's where they put it. It's big, but if you look at the inside of it, it's hollow.
Yeah, I know it's hollow, but it just takes
Yeah,
up so much space.
it's big. I know. I get it. Yeah, just why not just use it, put it on your coffee table.
Yeah, it's definitely a centerpiece wherever you put it.
Yeah, in the middle. I wonder if his wife will let him put it right in the middle of their dining room table. Ashley, could I put a trophy in the middle of our dining room table? Did you guys hear her?
No.
No.
She said, "Sure." Did you get a bonus with it?
That's probably what the
Yes,
other
honey,
wives
a
are
big
thinking
one.
too.
If it's me for the
She
first
goes, "You
month,
can
I'm
put it
just
wherever
carrying
you
it into
want."
every room I go into.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so with that, we're at the end of the season, but we've got the draft. We've got the draft just 11 days away. So NHL draft will be coming up. We will obviously talk about that. Believe it or not, there's been a move. So the San Jose Sharks have made a trade. Um, oh, where's it at here? The San Jose Sharks made a trade, if I can find it here, um, with the Buffalo Sabres. So the San Jose Sharks got, if I can find it, good grief, man.
Michael Kesslering.
Yep, it's a defenseman. Um,
They gave up a 20. Oh,
they
and
gave
they
up
got a
their
27th
20th
overall
pick, and
selection
they're getting the
from Buffalo.
27th. So the Sharks moved down 7 spots. Okay. They get this defenseman who played 34 games last year, only played 4 minutes in the playoffs, has 12 goals and 43 assists in his entire career in 190 games. Yes, he's 6'5" and he's a big body defenseman. This move makes absolutely no sense because at 20, the Sharks still could have got a good another good defenseman. Like I think Villanueva might have been available, but instead they trade for a guy that's this move just I don't know.
Well,
Mike
but you
Greer
got to realize
doesn't
they didn't
miss.
they
He
only
really
lost seven
doesn't miss
spots.
too. He doesn't miss too often, but yes, from 20th to 27th, Steve, in this draft is a very big difference.
Yeah, that is true.
It
Okay,
is a
that is true.
very big difference. So I I understand the Sharks the Sharks are stacked in so many different in so many different places in their prospect pool, and I understand that. And it's like I think he's hedging his bet on trying to get another defenseman. So essentially, he gets a I don't know what you would even call this defenseman. It's like a guy that can't even stay on the ice. He's a former sixth round draft pick. Um, I don't know. Mike Greer's not gonna, bat 100%, right? But it's a big time question mark. So, and then in even bigger news, the Las Vegas Golden Knights decided not to hire John Tortorella long term and instead promoted the 44-year-old
What do you think of
guiding
that move?
AHL affiliate for the past 3 seasons,
Do you think Tortorella just didn't
Ryan
want
Craig.
to be coach?
That's a good question, Steve. I don't know.
Because
Brandon, what are
to
you
me, it sounds
hearing?
like they would have because they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup. Yeah, they lost, but they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup. I mean, that's not a
No, and
small
he was
achievement.
set what, Brandon, 7-0-1, correct, to finish out the regular season under
Yeah,
Tortorella?
yeah, but I mean, the way that he talked the whole time during the playoffs, it always sounded to me like he wasn't planning on sticking around past that. I think he only came back
Okay.
just for this short term.
So
I
it
think
was
he's
just
happier
this is
just
okay.
retiring and not dealing with the press.
I I'm sad to see Tortorella go because he tells the press exactly where to put it and how and when. Torts is, oh gosh, I would love to play for a guy like that, but some people I think probably don't. But I mean, what was the one question? Did you think at all about switching Hart out? And he just looked at him. He's like, "What a stupid question. What's wrong with you?" I
Yes, I don't know.
thank you, John Tortorella, for saying what we're all thinking and what needs to be said.
Hmm.
He's right. These questions are like, it's kind of clown college did you go to? What is wrong with you? I just know he's not going to switch hard out.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brandon, now what do you think about Ryan Craig?
I mean, he's definitely a great head coach. I mean, he's been coaching for the Henderson Silver Knights, and
Yeah,
every year he's coached for them, their records
and
improved.
I love the hiring of these guys that are coming up that are young. 44 is a little young for a head coach, but hockey's going that way a lot. It's what the Sharks did with Ryan Rafosky. The Dallas Stars did it with Glenn Gulletson years ago. I think they're back. Like Glenn Gullitson's back in the in the NHL now. I really I think these are good moves, man. I like going with these younger guys that are proven when they win at every level. Because looking at Ryan Craig, it looks like he's won at every level.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I would be happy with this move. So I was just curious how you're feeling out of what the people in Vegas, the fans of Vegas are thinking about this. I know it's early, you know.
Yeah, but everybody in Vegas that I know likes it because, he's
They
already
do.
been here for the past 3 years.
Yep.
So,
I mean, he lives there. At least he doesn't have to move, right?
yeah.
Let's see. This is just a quote here. Here it is, real quick. I'll give you a quick rundown here. Craig was coach for Henderson of the AHL each of the past 3 seasons. He joined Vegas's coaching staff for its inaugural season in 17-18 and was an assistant for 6 seasons. Didn't know that. That's awesome. Including during the Stanley Cup Championship in 23. He was then named the Henderson coach. We really wanted to give this opportunity to Ryan Craig, who's been in our organization for 9 years from the beginning. Golden Knights general manager Kelly McCrimmon said, I have pretty strong feelings about where I think our organization needs to go next. Ryan has been in our organization for 9 years, 6 years with our team, three as a head coach in Henderson. He's ready to be an NHL head coach. We'll talk more about that Thursday. Awesome. I think it sounds like everybody's pretty excited about it. Especially now, we kind of talked about Vegas a little bit and the fact that, listen, Vegas is getting into some interesting areas. You look at Carolina, Carolina is in beautiful position going forward as far as salary cap. That team is a wagon and they're going to stay a wagon.
Yeah.
Carolina's not going anywhere. Steve, I don't know if you know, but they're in a just great position salary cap wise.
Oh
Their
yeah.
money with the players is perfectly lined out.
And
I
other
was
than Stahl, all the players are fairly young.
and it's not just that. I mean, I'm talking like the money and the contracts, the years, everything is in really good shape in Carolina, Steve. Like it looks amazing.
I'm curious if
Vegas,
Stahl's going to retire.
what's that?
I'm curious if Stahl's going to retire
I
after
think
the
you'll
season.
find out in a couple of months, but it on the other end, you've got Vegas. Vegas is oof. They're gonna they're in some tight spots. It's salary cap wise, they are. I think they've got about $1 million in cap space, so really none. And they've got some really young, good talent that needs to be signed. And it's like they're gonna have to let them go or try to find trades. And it's like when you're in that kind of position, it's not good. It's not good. They have, I think I saw 88% of their money tied up in like six players
Oh
or
my
seven.
God.
It's oh, dude, Brandon, is it six or seven or
I think it's 7.
okay? So it's like you're looking at this and you're like, oh shit, and they don't have any draft capital because they do something that's not bad at all, and they've clearly made it work. But it's like they'll give up all their first round draft picks to get players and that are proven instead of drafting and developing. So while Henderson does well win loss wise, in the reality they really have a pretty thin prospect pool. So I think I saw it's like 29th in the NHL. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage this and get through it. You know what I mean? With their GM, assistant GM, payroll people. It's like, so it's going to be interesting to see how they manage it. I kind of excited to see how they do it and what they do, the moves that they can make. Um, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Brandon, what do you think?
I think, yeah, I mean, there's gonna have to be some changes there.
Yeah. Tough
And
ones, right?
yeah, but I think they'll come through it. It's always been a successful franchise, except for 1 year, so.
Right. So far. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like it was, God, they benefited so much from the new rules with expansion. They, kind of got handed this, like, here you go, success. You know what I mean? Like, here you go. Seattle did too. I mean, you look at Seattle, they were in the playoffs, what, year two or year one? I think they made it first and second
It's
year, but
year 2.
year two and made a run. I mean, Christ,
Mhm.
they beat the Avs in the first round. They swept them, right? So it's interesting, and then but the way that they managed it since, like I've kind of watched some of their moves, and I'm like, I see why they're doing that, but Jesus, man, they're not developing anybody.
Mhm.
So it's like you've got all this success, but it's like, what's it going to be like when you're really struggling to rebuild all this, and it's like it's going to take you years. So it'll be interesting. I'm
Mhm.
really looking forward to this offseason. There's a whole bunch of teams with question marks, and I don't know. I think it'll be fun. So, Nick, you got anything else on this?
I'm not excited to say the sentence that's about to come out of my mouth, but
Go
I'm
ahead, Boo
excited
Boo.
to see where the Red Wings trade Dylan Larkin. Oh, I'm so sad to see him go, but maybe we'll get a good draft spot out of
Are
him or two.
are they talk? Is that
Larkin's
where the
gone.
talk's at with the Red Wings?
Larkin's gone. He wants out. He's requested a trade, so I can't
Oh,
imagine
when
that
did
they
this
would not
happen?
trade him. Like 2, 3 days ago.
Mhm.
Oh, it did. Oh,
I cannot believe that they keep him
oh,
after or and don't trade him before the draft to get more capital out of him.
no,
But
yeah,
it's
somebody.
heartbreaking to see him leave. He has been a fixture on that team and a leader on that team, and just an overall badass. And I'm sad to see him go.
Oh, Dylan Larkin's amazing, dude. He's such a great player. He's
Yeah.
somebody that somebody's going to give you guys, though. I'm going to tell you what, you might, with some of the teams that had bad seasons, right, that are still built to win now.
Mhm.
Florida's sitting at nine,
That's
Nick.
literally the top of their list and his list. He wants to go to Florida.
So so here's the thing. I would almost say that I would be shocked if that doesn't happen. So you've
Really.
got Florida's, you put another defenseman like Dylan Larkin on Florida.
Right.
Oh, that's scary. And it gives Detroit the ninth overall pick. Nick, the top
Again, if they
10.
give that up,
I
I get it.
well,
It could be
here's the thing.
huge.
Why wouldn't they? That's essentially what Vegas does. Vegas trades their first round draft picks for a proven player. San
Yeah.
Jose got one when they traded Hurdle. And San Jose flipped that into one of the best goalie prospects in the last 30 years in Yaroslav Askarov, who's their starting goaltender now. So it's okay to do that. You know what I mean? With teams that are building. Detroit could really use that draft
No,
pick. And you
it
guys are
could be
going to
huge.
get somebody that's NHL ready and probably be a 19-year-old rookie next year.
Right.
So if I know
It,
it's always emotional,
it's
right? For
bittersweet for me.
fans. I
I know
know.
that it's a
That's
great
what it
position
is.
to be in
Yeah.
as a Red Wing fan.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff coming into the league from the draft that we could capitalize on and make an instant for our team. I get it. Like I said, I love that man. Dylan Larkin has been
I
the
get
face
it.
of this
Yeah.
franchise for pretty much
A
since
while.
Yzerman and Fedorov left for me. Like he's been there forever.
Yeah.
Not literally, but
Yeah.
close.
Oh,
And it
he's a
sucks to
stud.
see him leave.
I get it. Yeah.
It'd be
And
like
that's
Ozzie Smith leaving the Cardinals. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh,
yeah, and I think I guarantee a lot of fans are going to be like that. And that makes total sense. He is, but if you look at, the glass being half full is the fact that you are going to get a high draft pick this year and maybe next year.
right. It's true. We could double dip. So
Or also a prospect. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'll tell you what, the next 10 days, boys, are going to be really interesting when it comes to the draft. We might
yeah,
even we might go up. It's in Buffalo, so we might go to the first round. Just check it out, see what it's like. Not for $300 though, I'll tell you that right now.
Mhm.